King and Queens, I hope everybody is doing good, doing great, taking care of your health. I know it's been a few days. Stand to yourself. I know it's been a few days since I made a video. Man, just been trying to prepare for this winter storm and been working, and just honestly, I ain't gonna lie, been a little bit discouraging. Knowing that I have, 1,800 subscribers, and some videos will do 1,000. Heck, I got a video on here that did 30,000 views. And then I post other videos, they only getting 20 views and stuff like that. So sometimes it's best to just take a step back, reassess and, just gather your thoughts, collect your mind, clear your mind, and, rejuvenate and get that spunk back. And just sometimes it's good to just take a step back and just recollect your thoughts. But we at it again. We're going to do this video right here. We got a winter storm coming, and I hope everybody's prepared and safe. And I was thinking about it, and I don't want to ramble too long, but I was thinking about people who have no home and how many people are going to lose their lives because they have nowhere to go. They have no home. You get people sleeping in their cars and stuff like that. So it's going to be, if this thing actually hits, it's going to be catastrophic. It's going to be pretty scary. But let's get into this video.
Snow and ice anywhere from, I'll say, New Mexico into New England. We have 175 million people that are currently under some sort of winter storm watch or warning because of this storm. The big effects will be, like I said, the snow a foot or more in some spots, three-quarters of an inch of ice in some spots as well. Let's get right to it. Start talking numbers and where I see the worst of it. For the icing, you betcha it's in and around Dallas, I-20, I-40.
And this is where I'm at. I'm located right here. I'm in this Little Rock area. So I am assuming that the darker spots that are marked are probably the worst. And with it being lighter, that's probably more of the outside of it, which is probably not as effective. So this darker area right here is probably what we should be paying attention to. And it looks like it's more southern Arkansas, which is, yeah.
I mean, a half an inch of ice, that makes travel so difficult. And you saw in Jason's live shot, so many of the roadways in Dallas are elevated. They freeze even quicker. Please be careful out there. Same situation from Atlanta pushing up towards Charlotte, even into Washington, D.C. Snowfall, well, anywhere around Oklahoma City, pushing to the east, up towards Washington, D.C., New York, into Boston. You could see a foot to even potentially a foot and a half of snow, both at play. The ice, the snow, it's the ice that is the bigger problem. The storm forms tomorrow, affects the Texas area, then starts pushing to the east all the while. This will be a major travel disruptor. And if you live in the Dallas area, tonight is your time to get out and make your preps because the storm will be arriving for you tomorrow.
All right, Lonnie, got it. Thank you very much.
This is man. And of course, you start to think about the conspiracy theories and stuff like that. And you start to think about why is this the first time ever that a storm like this is hitting, and it's hitting so many different states and so many different areas. And you start to think about, are they controlling the weather? You know what I mean? And you watch movies that actually have these type of things in it. Was watching Don't Look Up last night, and you got all these other movies that, reveal the truth and stuff like that when it comes to the weather. So many. I can't think off the top of my head right now. I watch so many freaking movies. I promise y'all I'm like a movie encyclopedia, but I just can't remember them all. But you start to think about stuff like that and how they actually manufacture and they actually create clouds. And these clouds have so many different. I don't want to get too deep into that because I know that YouTube won't push your videos, which is probably why they haven't been pushing a lot of my videos. I talk a lot of real stuff in my videos and a lot of informational stuff. But yeah, man, y'all just be safe and be careful.
The whole United States is getting snow and ice all across the country at the same time, and nobody find that weird. I find that very, very strange. Yeah, I think y'all should search up HAARP, HAARP, because if you don't understand what they're doing with this machine, then you won't understand certain things that are going on with the weather.
That's what I was talking about with the whole creating the cloud thing. Yeah, so definitely dive into that, man. Again, I don't know for whatever reason why things like this are not pushed more, or things like this is actually getting blocked and pushed from being inserted into the algorithm. And I don't know if it's just because it's coming from a specific individual. As far as skin tone, I have no idea. But yeah, They will blackball you. They will keep your video shelved in a sense.
And this is not a conspiracy. They're actually, and have been for a long time, messing with the atmosphere, shooting things into the atmosphere so that it could rain, so that it could snow, all type of weird stuff. But yeah, y'all should check this out. If y'all never researched HAARP, HAARP, I think that's the correct acronym. I'm not sure exactly what it stands for. Somebody can comment it down below, but y'all need to check that out because this is all weird. All of this happening at the same time all across America in major countries that also have a machine like HAARP. Y'all.
And excuse me, there is a documentary, I believe it's a documentary / movie, but it's called Chemtrails. And they talk about that, how certain planes will go in the air. That's crazy. I'm getting chills talking about this. There are planes that will go in the air, and you guys see jets, right? You guys see jets and the fuel exhaust. It'll be behind the plane, of course, the jet, but it will disintegrate. It'll leave slowly. But when you see the streaks and the streaks are still there, they're calling those chemtrails. I'm not calling those chemtrails. That's just the information that I've seen. It's a really good documentary on that, and they expose a lot. So definitely tap into that.
It's as bad as they making it seem. A lot of people might be fucked. The way they talking about how many inches of snow a lot of areas is gonna get, and how cold it.
I heard it wasn't even the snow. I heard it was the ice. Somebody told me it was like, not somebody told me, I seen it actually on a video. The guy was saying it was supposed to be like, I want to say 12 inches of ice, or it was 2 to 12. It was one of those numbers, in between those numbers. I'm like, huh? So are you saying that the snow is going to fall and then that's just going to turn into ice? Because if it rains on snow, it's cold enough. That's this is going to be an interesting time, y'all. I'm telling y'all.
It's going to be. Now, I don't doubt it's going to be cold, but I always scratch my head at the snow because we haven't been getting it where I'm from lately. They always say, oh, you need to go to the grocery store now, go stack up. And then next thing you know, we only getting a little bit of snow. And that should be gone in like 2 days. But I'm still want to go to the grocery store and stack up on essentials.
That was another thing that I had thought about too. That was another quote unquote conspiracy, right? I thought about that. I'm like, okay, people didn't really do a lot of holiday shopping this year. So I'm like, are they running this play? Are they trying to get people to go out and to buy into, groceries and home appliances? Because, okay, we didn't do too good when it came to the holidays. A lot of people didn't go out. A lot of people didn't celebrate Christmas like that. You know what I mean? A lot of people didn't go to the club on New Year's Eve. So are y'all trying to make y'all money on the back end with this? All right, okay, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to create this mass winter storm. People are going to have to go out and buy millions upon billions of dollars of groceries, home appliances, and everything else. I thought about that.
Things, especially water. Even though in my mind, I don't think it's going to be as bad as they're making it out to be. I'd rather be safe than sorry. So you should too. And I don't know if you got a gas or electric stove, but if you got electric, make sure you go get some canned foods because they're saying it's going to be so bad that a lot of people are going to have no electricity. And if you don't got no electricity, you can't make no food if you got an electric stove. So go get some canned foods, maybe tuna. I don't know. You probably don't like tuna. Go get something you like. Another thing you should get is a portable charger. Go get it. And last but not least, go get a heater. Because if the electricity out, you're not going to have no heat. So you better go get a portable motherfucking heater. I need y'all thoughts down below in the comments. And let me know which state y'all in and how bad are they talking about your state should get hit with this.
Yeah. Every year out here in Arkansas for the last, I would say 4 or 5 years, it's been a crazy winter storm. I remember last year, I was in an apartment and the apartment water, the pipes froze. And then, of course, pipes freezing, people still driving out, so on and so forth, super cold. I want to say somebody hit the light pole or maybe the cable just, I don't know, I guess due to the water or it being, I have no idea, but electricity went out. So think about no water, no electricity. It was terrible. And you had some people's, of course, water, still was working. So I had to go and camp out at other people's houses, and I was looking for places like, hey, you think I can come take a shower? You think I can? It's like, man, it was rough. It was terrible. And, yeah, scary times, man.
Unfortunately, this storm is coming, and it's going to be pretty rough for a lot of people. Freezing temperatures, loss of power, travel is pretty much impossible. And within your home, here are a few tips of things that you can do in case things get to the extreme.
Educational purposes, y'all, just for people who have homes and stuff like that. I don't know if this is going to apply to people in an apartment complex, or I have no idea, but that's why I put this video in, just for educational purposes.
Make sure you have fresh water stored in your home. And maybe one of the not so obvious uses of this is you can dump water down your toilet and it'll automatically flush even if the water's off. You can thaw water that's in your house that you've been storing, but you can't get water out of a frozen tap. And as long as the power stays on, I highly recommend you at least let your water taps drip just a little bit to keep that water flowing. If you lose power for an extended period of time and your home is at risk of freezing, shut the water off and drain the system. Once you shut the water off to your house, open the tap at the lowest point and all the water will drain out of the system. Frozen pipes burst, and then when they thaw, they start leaking everywhere. It's going to be like it's raining in your house if you don't drain the system. As far as windows and doors, if you have your blinds, you can pull those down. It gives a little bit of an insulation. You can use towels, you can use blankets, put them on the base next to the floor. You can even hang the blankets completely over the front of the window. That'll help again, just enough to stop the drafts. The next few days, we're going to be very active in our DMs. So if you need any more tips or tricks, or if you want to help get prepared a little bit more, let me know. I'll do my best to help you out.
Dope video, really dope video for people who have homes. And some of these things too can still apply with you living in an apartment, especially with keeping the water running and sealing off the spaces in the doors and the window sills and stuff like that. Definitely, man, this is about to be crazy. And I'm hoping that it doesn't affect people the way they're making it out to be. But again, I've never heard of a catastrophic storm like this. I've never heard them, amping this up the way they're amping it up. Again, we've dealt with winter storms here in Arkansas. I don't know, anybody else's situation with that. I'm sure, places like Detroit, it's always freaking cold, and Minnesota and places like that. I'm sure they deal with this stuff all the time. But when it never happens, or it only happens like once a year versus it being a drawn out thing throughout the year, man, it's scary because you really don't know what to do. You just have to look up videos, educate yourself. So do the best y'all can, man. But whatever you got as far as finances and whatever you actually do have, if you don't go out, you got to think about when this thing actually comes and you're limited on supplies because you don't have the money and the resources to go out and get it. So do what y'all can. This reminds me of Don't Look Up. Again, I watched it last night. It was amazing how the scientists were telling them, there's a comment about the hit, and everybody was making a joke out of it. They were doing like challenges and stuff, and it's just like, man, we don't take nothing serious. And I'm not saying that she's not taking anything serious, but I kind of wanted to add this because I couldn't find another video where people were making a mockery of it. But this stuff like this, to me, it's like, okay, you're not like this, right? Again, I don't think she's doing anything wrong, but I'm just saying stuff like people will not take things serious. It's like, why are you thinking this is a joke? Why are you acting like this is about to be something for your entertainment? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
And I ain't seen the sunshine. I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling on down to the Van Nuys.
I don't get why being in a bathroom during a winter storm would be the best place to be. I mean, I guess unless this is the warmest place in her house, then why are you in the I don't know.
When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son,
Yeah, I just don't know. Again, like I said, I couldn't really find a video where people were actually making a mockery, but this was the closest thing that I could find. I just think sometimes we don't take things serious enough, and we like to make jokes and stuff like that out of situations. But these things are not a joke. People are going to lose their lives. People are going to have trees falling over onto their cars and homes. And it's going to be mayhem. It's going to be detrimental. It's going to be sad. It really is. And please, y'all, take this stuff serious. Like, honestly.
Y'all know we got a huge ice storm coming, snowstorm coming, whatever you want to call it. And this video is for every state, every city, every town. And I do thank y'all for my birthday wish. Thank y'all. This weekend, we're supposed to have a lot of bad weather, right? Let me just tell y'all this right here. All you employees, your supervisor, your manager, your CEO, your boss, GM, whoever, don't care about y'all. Now, today when y'all get to work, they're going to tell y'all it's mandatory.
One thing I could say about my job is that they care about our safety. That's like the number one policy, which a lot of jobs, of course, they follow under that same rule. Like, no matter what, the safety is like number one. Your safety, the job safety, us being safe out when we're doing what we're doing is number one. That's with anything, because you don't want lawsuits. You don't want to hurt yourself. You don't want to hurt anybody else, because of course, again, like I said, they can sue, and people are not trying to lose money. These big corporations that make millions upon millions of dollars are not trying to lose money, because people see certain job industries as a come up. They look at it like a come up. You're driving this big truck, or you end up hitting my car. Oh yeah, we're going to the bank with this one. Oh, we know this company got money. Amazon. Oh, Amazon truck hit my car. Oh yeah, we get money. So you got to look at it like that. They're looking at it from that aspect. But again, go back to what I was talking about originally. I was basically saying how my job cares a lot about our safety, which is why I'm off today. They're like, nah, we're not taking no chances. Stay at home. We still gonna pay you. You know what I mean? So don't worry about nothing. Safety is important. We don't want y'all coming in and you guys getting stuck out there, you know, with this weather coming in, and y'all have to find y'all way home and all that. So they care about our safety. They wanted us to stay home. So shout out to my job for sure.
Keep it real with y'all. They gonna tell y'all it's mandatory, and it's really not mandatory. They just trying to see how many of y'all gonna put y'all life on line for the job. They don't care about y'all life. They care about the money. It's supposed to be snowing, ice everywhere. If you try to make it to work and you have an accident in the snow, after the news people told y'all to stay at home, it's not safe to drive, you just lost your car, maybe your life. And guess what? That job is not gonna buy you a new car, ain't gonna pay for your insurance, ain't gonna pay for your hospital bills. The only thing they gonna do is replace your ass. If you pass a way trying to go to work, after they say it's mandatory, they ain't gonna pay for your funeral. They not. And I know what some of y'all gonna say, boy, I can't miss no more days. I'm on my last strike. I'd rather be on my last strike at a job than lose my life. They can't fire you for...
It's either your last strike at your job or last strike in life.
calling in if the weather's bad. If you don't feel safe driving to work in the snow while the ice on the highway, you don't have to. Read your handbook. Read the laws. You can Google it. You can chat GPT it. I'm telling y'all, if your job tell you it's mandatory to work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, knowing it's an ice storm coming tomorrow, and they still want you to make it to work, and they hit you with that line, if I can make it, y'all can make it.
I definitely used to work a dead-end job that treated us like that. And like he said, it's very true. You don't come in, you know what I mean? They getting rid of you and replacing you. They do not care, you know, but yeah, I think it's best for y'all to consider yourself, because you can always get another job. And if you're working a job that don't care about you, that's probably a place that you don't need to be. And of course, we're going to work those kind of jobs. I've worked a bunch of those kind of jobs where I just had to be there. You know what I mean? And of course, it was a crappy job. It was a job that didn't care much about me. But of course, I need a paycheck. And it takes time. You know what I mean? It takes progression. It takes consistency. It takes for you to find out what it is that you really want to do. And jobs are not easy to come about. So, you know, y'all got to wiggle through that. You know what I mean? You got to find your way through the maze, so to speak, and until you can get to where, you know, you want to get to and work the job you want to get to, where a job is going to care about your safety and well-being, because you are an asset to the company, not a liability. So most of these jobs don't care about you because they just feel like they can easily replace you, especially like warehouse jobs. They don't give a dang about you, man. But make sure y'all being safe, and yeah, that's it. That's all I got for this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. Hello or goodbye. Talk to me. Do not yell at me. We elevating till we hit our head. We ain't bleeding yet. Spread love, not hate. See y'all when I see y'all. Be great. And for those that are going to be safe in the storm and you're going to still have your electric and you're still going to be on YouTube, come on. Come over here, man. Make sure you subscribe, watch. I'm going to be putting out content. Because if I'm going to be trapped in here and this is all I can do, why not? I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to be posting all throughout the day. So make sure y'all subscribe, hit that notification bell and all of that good stuff. But yeah, man, we gone.